Listening Library presents An Embroidery of Souls by Ruby Martinez, narrated by Carla Corvo and Nick Trengove. For Natan, my partner in life, parenting, and Stardew Valley. This one's for you. And for all the warriors out there, you're far braver than you know and more capable than you can imagine. Part 1. Chapter 1. Jade. I can kill a man with nothing more than a needle, thread, and a lock of his hair. My skills allow me to stitch love, embroider away death, and unspool memories. Even the most wonderful gifts aren't out of my grasp. Beauty, courage, happiness. I can bestow them as I choose or steal them away as I see fit. And yet, for all my talents, I can't get through tea with the queen, or anyone for that matter, without my hands shaking. The teacup rattles as I return it to the saucer, and though it can't be loud, to me it's a blaring screech. Queen Maria Celeste Rios sits across from me in a dress of verdant green, stitched with all nature of flora from honeysuckle to marigolds. Her gown is glorious, no doubt made of the finest Caldeston silk, and the chambers we're seated in are just as lovely. Thick leather sofas and chairs, azure tiles and walls painted to look like the jungle outside the city gates. It's absolutely stunning. I hate it. Hate that it's not my small, safe cabin. My skin itches just being in this unknown place with this unfamiliar person. The fact that the queen is supposedly descended from Oro, king of devotionism's many gods, only makes my anxiety worse. His blood runs in her veins, and while the blood of a god has never bestowed any powers, it certainly grants status, of which the queen has reached the pinnacle. Now that status makes me squirm under her gaze, sharper than a fresh needle. It takes everything inside me not to flinch. We've already exchanged pleasantries, and I've spent the past minute debating what to say before tossing every foolish idea aside. What do I say to a queen of all people? In the end, she breaks the silence. I brought you here to ask some questions if you would be so obliged. My eyes dart up to meet hers, much too abruptly, which spurs more panic. Did she notice? Is she upset with me? Her soul hovers about her, a rainbow of fragments, and my eyes stick on the burnt orange impatience before I remember she asked a question. My throat tightens, and I barely manage to cough out my next words. Of course, Your Majesty. She glances at the wall, almost unsure of herself, then leans back and waves a dismissive hand. Please call me Celeste. It's what all my closest confidants use. My collar is suddenly too tight, the stitching on my ivory cotton dress unbearably itchy. I can't imagine a world where I'm one of the queen's closest confidants. I've only just met her. My mother has worked with her, but not me. Never me. What do I even say to that? Yes, I mean okay. Celeste? Gods, I'm making a fool of myself in front of the queen, no less. She studies me a beat too long, then says, Let's start with your mother. Have you heard from her recently? I think I might vomit all over the queen's pretty dress. I know where this is going, and I don't like it. No. My palms are clammy as I bring them together. No, nothing since she disappeared. I filed a report with the Polesa. Her brow furrows. and my eyes skittered to another hue in her soul, a bright, judgmental citrine. Didn't you file that report 3 months ago? The blood drains from my face, both from the Queen's assessing gaze and from the reminder of that morning, when I last saw my mother, 92 days ago now. I nearly cracked then, under the weight of missing her. I still remember our last morning together so clearly, how I found her sitting at the kitchen table, face ashen, an article on the recent murders spread out in front of her. When I asked what was wrong, she said nothing, but an hour later she hugged me tighter than normal, told me she loved me, and whispered into my ear, "Don't fret, but I have to run some errands. Pack your things. When I get back, you and I need to talk." What about? I might never know, because she didn't return. Not that day, or any after. I still haven't been able to bring myself to unpack that trunk. It's foolish, but if I do, it somehow makes this real. Means that she's gone, and I don't think I can face a world without my mother in it. I'm not sure I want to live in that world at all. My eyes sting, and I startle when the Queen clears her throat, reminding me that she said something. Yes, sorry, you're right. 3 months. My voice is little more than a strained hiss. I should say more, but there doesn't seem to be any air left inside me. You must know what this means, Jade. She pauses, and everything inside me tenses. The crown needs a thread speaker, and with your mother gone, I'll be expected to take her place. And of course I will. Thread speaking doesn't follow bloodlines, it's random and rare. There are barely more than a dozen of us alive today, and in the queendom of Mérecal, we're obligated to serve the crown, to gift them health, spin them happiness, stitch their intelligence, to kill their enemies with the tug of a thread. The prospect has me dizzy, and I absently reach for the pendant at my throat, imagining everything my new role will entail. Leaving the house, public appearances, crowds. Crowds. For a moment, I'm no longer with the Queen, but ensnared in a memory. In it, the cool stone of the courthouse steps digs into my back, while a frenzy of hands pulls at my limbs, my clothes, my hair. I'm trapped in a fog of their breath, drowning beneath the crush of their bodies. In reality, my throat begins to close up, a warning sign that one of my episodes is impending, and Jade. The Queen's voice is the mental slap I need. She's looking at me, and her hand twitches, fingers spinning her signet ring. The symbol there catches my eye, familiar after years of seeing it on my mother's desk, stamped in wax on the Queen's letters. A crescent moon over a river, haloed in a ring of feathers. A mark each. Feathers for the god she's descended from, a moon for the one she's named after, and a river for her surname, Rios. Her movement abruptly stops, and I realize I've been staring. What were we talking about again? My voice squeaks, and another wave of nausea rolls through. What if I upset her? I fight a wince as she bites her lip, appearing almost uncomfortable as she studies me. I need a thread speaker. I shrink at what she's implying, realize I'm squeezing my pendant, and drop my hand to my lap. But my mother will be back soon. You are strong, capable, and wonderful. Don't ever forget it. My mother used to tell me that. She may have adopted me after learning of our shared gifts, but she loved me for me, Even so.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?